Ahead, General Motors in the driver's seat and making dough for the holidays. Later in the show. Welcome to 3 Times Squared this Wednesday from Reuters World Headquarters in New York. General Motors will be Government Motors no more. The company says it will buy back $200 million of its shares from the U S Treasury as the government plans to sell its remaining stake in GM over the next 15 months. General Motors received about $50 billion in total from the government as part of its 2009 bankruptcy restructuring. GM paying $27.50 a share, the stock up on the news. Just about. FedEx hoping to get the government out of its business too. The delivery company calling the fiscal cliff debate in Washington a wild card in the U.S. with the lack of a resolution leading to a recession. It says 2013 could swing in either direction at this point. FedEx posting a decline in quarterly profit that was smaller than feared, the decline in part a result of Superstorm Sandy. For now, it's maintaining its profit forecast for 2013. Shares closed at 92.36 Tuesday and are now up a tick at about 93.83. While talks about budget cuts and tax increases continue, the housing market keeps chugging along. Permits for future home construction in November climbing to a 4-year high. New construction fell slightly, though that was attributed in part to Superstorm Sandy. It also follows 3 months of gains. Another day, another huge fine for a European-based bank. Our daily digit today, $1.5 billion. This time it's UBS for its role in the LIBOR rate rigging scandal. Our Axel Threlfel joins us from London. Axel, there's not much movement on the stock price, though, despite this big fine.
Yeah, that's right, Lisa. It was pretty well flagged up, so the market was pretty well prepped for this. Investors are hoping the worst is over, clearly, for UBS. Remember, they're getting out of fixed income and have that huge wealth management side to lean on. So that'll certainly help them where it won't help some of the others. Now, it remains to be seen just how many clients they'll lose as a result of this. Most say we'll know that sort of detail in the new year, not before that, probably Q1. What really stood out, though, what really shocked people that I spoke to today in the market was the depth of the collusion that was going on. The regulator here, the FSA, in its report actually said that a wide pool of people within UBS consider this to be normal business practice. So clearly that was one of the things that shocked the market. We'll have to wait and see what happens now.
So what do you think? Give us your best guess as to what this means really going forward, not only for UBS, but for the other banks facing fines as well.
Well, let me start with UBS. Despite the size of the fine, the bank, given its balance sheet, can absorb this pretty well. But there's also a big reputational hit. As I said, it remains to be seen whether they'll lose clients as a result of this. There's also the risk, we've got to add, of future litigation, given the litany of compliance errors here. As for the other banks, the reputation issue, Lisa, is a big one. And let's not forget that a host of other banks may well face very high fines of their own. Morgan Stanley, a while ago, back in July, I think it was, estimated a group of 11 banks in total will face about $14 billion in fines. You know, we're talking, and those are through 2014. Bank of America, Citi, JP Morgan, Credit Suisse, Deutsche, SocGen, RBS, HSBC, Lloyds, and still a host of them to go.
All right, Axel, thanks so much on the continuing LIBOR scandal over in Britain there. From whopping fines to whopping donations, and our power player of the day. It's Mark Zuckerberg, the 28-year-old Facebook chief, giving away 18 million shares of the company, or about $500 million, to the Silicon Valley Community Foundation, the money to be used for health and education purposes. Zuckerberg on board with Warren Buffett's call for U.S. billionaires to donate at least half their wealth. Shares of the social media company on a run lately as the company has found ways to raise revenue. Speaking of which, Facebook unveiling a new application next year that will stream video ads in users' feeds, Ad Age reports, adding that the ads will be available on desktops, mobile apps, and tablets. And finally, giving Christmas a sporty spin, folks in Estonia holding the Gingerbread Olympics, a competition in which everything must be made out of the spicy cookie dough. Roughly 660 pounds of gingerbread were used to create these edible works of art. It may be the one and only time you can take a bite out of Olympic bobsledders. That is the latest from 3 Times Square this Wednesday. You can follow us on Twitter at Reuters Insider and check out our Reuters YouTube channel at Reuters.com/ReutersTV. I'm Lisa Bernhard. This is Reuters.